Hello everyone. It's been kind of near on a year since I've been on YouTube, so I just sort of pop in and let you all know what I'm doing. I'm involved in new things, all painting wise. Now if you want to find out what those are, just hang about a second and we'll get into it in more detail. So I can hear you all saying, what are you up to? What have you been doing? Well, I have been painting, but I haven't actually been painting watercolour. I've moved across to oil painting. That doesn't mean that I've thrown the hat in on watercolour painting. I certainly haven't. I actually enjoy my watercolour painting, and I know I'll enjoy it more now I'm involved in oil painting. In my past painting, maybe I don't know, 5 years ago, I kind of introduced myself to oil painting, and I did it for a couple of months, and I enjoyed it. But I suffer from asthma, and I was finding the fumes of the paint too much, and I wasn't able to actually carry on with it because it was just making breathing too difficult, and it stinks the house out and stuff like that. My studio is part of my house, which is, that's probably why you can hear the washing machine going in the background right now. So yeah, I'm oil painting. Now the good news is, with the invention of water mixable oil paints, I've been able to really grasp that and get involved, and I am thoroughly enjoying it, really enjoying the experience. And a lot of my painting now that I do is based on going outside on plein air and painting in the countryside, and that's what I prefer to be ultimately when I work. But obviously, because it's winter time, I will be doing a lot of studio work. And because I'm new to oil paints also, and I am very new, I'm struggling. It's a big learning curve for me, like a lot of you guys that were learning to paint watercolour. That was a big struggle for you. Oil paints has been quite a struggle for me too. I have some success, then I get lots of failures. But I am starting to get to grips with it a little bit and enjoying it. The other notable thing is I've just finished putting together my website. I'm using a company called Faso, and this is a monthly subscription, and they seem to deliver lovely websites designed for artists, with all the relevant menus and everything that we need to build a website. So basically I won't be having all the technical problems I had with pure watercolour. It was just a complete nightmare. So much spamming and so much infiltration from, I don't understand the internet, but all the problems that you get out there, it was just a bit of a nightmare. It kept causing me a lot of grief. And a lot of you guys it caused a lot of grief to as well, and I appreciate that. So what else have I been doing? Okay, let's get straight to it. Let's not keep it going. I'm going to just show you a couple of examples of what I've been working on. Now I appreciate a lot of you, 99% of everyone that follows me on YouTube is a watercolour painter, or they're just interested in watercolour, whatever that might be, and that you will probably all feel a bit let down now that I've jumped over to oil painting. Well, I haven't jumped over to oil painting. It's something I'm focusing on at the moment, but watercolour is still going to be heavily involved in everything I do. I am going to be painting watercolour. I'm going to be offering watercolour lessons in the future, and on a one-to-one basis. But that's coming in the coming months. But so I haven't jumped ship for watercolour, and there will be watercolour on YouTube as well. But now I am involved in oil painting, and this is my art painting. This is who I am, and it's what I want to be involved in. So, and I want to keep my YouTube channel going. But I appreciate that it won't be for everybody, and people will turn off at this point, or maybe they've already turned off and they don't want to get involved, and I fully accept that. But you know, what I do find, and what I think everybody finds, is when they actually start getting involved in another medium, when they switch back to their original, what they were involved in when they started painting, like in my case watercolour, it breathes a new breath of fresh air into your paintings. It makes you paint much more spontaneously. I can't really describe, but you just have to really try it and see. So painting in a different medium isn't a bad thing. You don't have to just stick to one. So let's have a quick look and see what I've been doing over the last well, really I've only actually been painting oil paintings now 2-3 months. So I've only been painting for that time, but I didn't feel confident to come on here and talk about painting because I had no experience, so that's why I've been quiet doing that. I have been on my Facebook page, my business Facebook page, and there's a link to it. I'll put it under the video, and you can check that out if you want to, and you'll be updated then whenever I post a new painting. So let's just have a quick look and we'll see what I've been doing. Right. Okay, then I've got a sample of 10x8 paintings. They're all painted on hardboard, which I buy myself, and then gesso prime. The hardboard's very good apparently because it doesn't have chemicals in it, and so it doesn't affect the paintings at all over time. I've gone quite impressionistic, but I think it actually sort of reflects how I paint in watercolour. But I hope you can see it. Oh dear, is that really bad light? I'm sorry if it is. But what I'll do is I'll also post some photographs of the pictures on as well, so you can see those. There's one I did outside, plein air. It's just a little oil painting, and what I'm trying to do is get my paintings down relatively quickly, and then obviously I do a little bit of work in the studio when I get back. That's one of sailing boat at Cadgwith, not sailing boat, sorry, a fishing boat at Cadgwith. Pulled the image off Pixabay for this painting. You can find it if you want it. But I love I like the light in that, and I just like the feel of it. This is a painting I painted on the River Severn. I think it was the River Severn. It was out walking, and I sketched it and then came back and finished it in the studio. I hope there's not too much reflection. I will put these are all on my website, and you'll be able to see them there if you're interested in more detail. This is one that I took a photograph of when I was in the New Forest this year. It's one of a horse just wading through a stream. I just sat there having a sandwich by the water, and then he came on. It was one of the New Forest ponies, I think. And it just came through, absolutely beautiful. I took a quick picture, and I worked it up in the studio. This is another on plein air painting of the Malvern Hills where I live. Again, it's you know, I quite like it. It's very impressionistic, I suppose, but it has a nice feel to it, and they all look fantastic when they're framed, I must say. All paintings look better when they're framed, they really do. Another little painting. I'm not going to linger on these too long. It's just giving you some flavour of what I'm involved in and what I'm doing. And that was a on plein air painting at the Old Hills in Worcester, not far from where I live. So there we go. We won't linger on my paintings for too long. I'm also doing all my own framing. Just bought this fantastic little underpinner. That I get the frames chopped at my local framers, so they're all mited for me to the correct size, and then I've pinned them. But that could be another video in a bit if anybody's interested in finding out about that. So yeah, but I'll go back to quickly. So I've been off for what, sort of a year or so, and a lot of that was down to ill health. I had a really bad year, and it went on for about 10 months, and I just wasn't feeling it. I just couldn't. I was just feeling dreadful. I didn't paint, didn't even look at a paintbrush or anything for a long time. But now I'm all fit and and back ready for action. Put on a bit of weight, so I feel better for that. And I'm ready to go. So I'm really fired up about the painting, and I hope you do stick around and get involved and you know, chat and whatnot. Now this is a very disorganised video. I'm sorry if it's not very slick looking, but it's just an intro to let you know I'm around on the YouTube site, And if you want to contact me personally on my Facebook, you feel free to do so. You know, always there to have send a message or two. So that's it. Okay, so until probably the next video you're going to see will be an oil painting. Okay, but I promise I'm not going to not do any more watercolour, because I know people do want that, because I get messages regularly from people saying they want more watercolour videos. But because I am all geared up for oils at the moment, that's what I'm doing. I've made myself a pochade box and everything for painting outside, and that's another thing I can go into at a later video. So there's lots to talk about, lots of ideas we can share, and I'm sure a lot of you people out there, a lot of you artists out there, are both watercolour painters and oil painters, that you cross both mediums, so hopefully you can get involved. So that's all for now. It's been great, and I really do look forward to getting involved in painting, and you know, more on YouTube again and on my Facebook page, and I hope you'll visit my website. The website's not finished yet. It's the same old thing, isn't it? But it will be very... I had to write my biography last night about what I've been doing for the last year or so. Well, sorry, for the last 35 years, 40 years of my painting career, not my life, obviously, because I'm a lot older than that. I'm 58. But yeah, anyway, so thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you all again soon. Yeah, leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer it. Thanks for now. Bye, 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 bye.